This is a developing story, and the details are still coming in. Here is what we know right now. Early this morning, local time, a powerful magnitude 7.8 earthquake struck off the southern coast of the Philippines near the island of Mindanao. It was a major quake, one of the strongest to hit the country this year, and it has caused deaths, injuries, building collapses, and tsunami warnings across the region. Let me walk you through it carefully. Where it hit, what the damage looks like, the tsunami threat, and what's happening now. First, the earthquake itself. According to the United States Geological Survey and the Philippine Seismology Agency, PHIVOLCS, the quake struck shortly before 7:40 in the morning, local time, in the waters off Sarangani Province, roughly 30 kilometers southwest of the town of Masim. Its depth was around 33 kilometers, relatively shallow, which is part of why it was felt so strongly on land. The strongest shaking was reported in and around General Santos City, a port city of more than 700,000 people and a major hub for the country's tuna industry. That city appears to be among the hardest hit. Now, the human toll. And I want to be careful here because these numbers are changing by the hour. As of this recording, authorities have confirmed deaths and more than injuries, with 19,000 on 740 death. With more than major quake, officials cautioning that these figures are still being verified and are expected to rise as rescue teams reach more areas. Many of the deaths reported so far were caused by collapsing walls, falling debris, and a landslide in the provinces around the epicenter. I'll keep the focus on confirmed information, and I'd urge you to follow official channels like PHIVOLCS and established news agencies for the latest count, because in the hours after a quake like this, the picture is still forming. Here's what the damage looks like on the ground. In General Santos City, several buildings partially collapsed, including a fast food restaurant, and a number of structures sustained dangerous cracks. Part of St. Elizabeth Hospital was damaged badly enough that patients and staff had to be evacuated and treated outside the main building. A key access bridge in the area cracked, which complicates the movement of rescue and aid. Reports describe smashed windows, caved-in roofs, and power disruptions across the affected zone. These are the ordinary places of daily life: a hospital, a restaurant, a bridge, and that's what a major shallow earthquake does to a populated area in a matter of seconds. Then there was the tsunami. Because the quake struck offshore, authorities immediately issued tsunami warnings, not just for the Philippines, but for nearby coastlines in Indonesia, Palau, Taiwan, and Papua New Guinea. People in coastal areas near the epicenter were urged to move to higher ground right away. Tsunami waves of up to roughly 1.5 meters were recorded at several monitoring stations, and smaller waves were detected as far away as southern Japan. The good news, as of this recording, is that the tsunami threat has largely passed, and there was no threat to places like Hawaii. But that early window, the first minutes after the shaking, is exactly when moving to high ground saves lives, and the warnings did go out. One more thing you need to understand about a quake this size: the aftershocks. A magnitude 7.8 doesn't just happen once and stop. PHIVOLCS has recorded well over 100 aftershocks already, the largest in the mid-6 range. Itself, a serious earthquake. This matters for the people there right now, because aftershocks bring down structures that the first quake already weakened. It's why rescuers move carefully, why people are being kept away from damaged buildings, and why the danger doesn't end when the initial shaking does. For the next hours and days, the ground there will keep moving. So what's happening now? The Philippine government has said it is mobilizing the national response. President Marcos has stated that the government is moving and, in his words, will not leave Mindanao behind. Rescue and disaster response teams are working through the affected provinces, assessing collapsed structures, treating the injured, and searching for anyone trapped. This is the phase where the confirmed numbers will change, where the full scale becomes clearer, and where the response is judged. We're watching it closely. Let me close with the bigger picture, briefly, because it's the question everyone asks. Why the Philippines? And why so often? The Philippines sits on the Pacific Ring of Fire, the most seismically active zone on Earth. And this particular quake was generated along a feature called the Cotabato Trench, where two pieces of the planet's crust grind against each other. That's the deeper story, and it's the one I'll cover in detail in a follow-up. Why this region is built on a fault line, what the science says about the danger, and what comes next. For now, the priority is the people of Mindanao. We cover these events the right way on this channel. Accurate, sober, no fear-mongering. If you want the follow-up on the science behind this quake and what the aftershock sequence means, subscribe and it'll reach you. For the latest official numbers, follow PHIVOLCS and major news agencies directly. Our thoughts are with everyone affected in Mindanao tonight.